Welcome back to WSAV News 3 today at 11. Can I tell you a secret? I love 520 wings. Yes. If you've seen a lot of commotion near the corner of Bull Street and Victory Drive, don't be alarmed. One of our favorite local eateries is expanding. Food and cultural journalist Martina Yvette Allen joins us now with more in her segment, A Dash of That. And I take it that you too love 520 wings.
520 wings.
Listen, what's your favorite?
So I am a lemon pepper girl.
So am I.
And I have to have the extra sprinkles.
That's what we do in the South.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. And the crab fries are to die for, but we're going to get to that in just a minute. We'll get to the food in a minute. But 2026 really started off with a bang for 520 wings.
Absolutely, and that big bang helped with the construction of this new site that's happening in 2701 Bull Street. So if you have been around the area, you could definitely tell that there's a lot of expansion that's happening. A lot of people are like, what's happening? So luckily enough, we were able to go into this new build, get to learn a little bit about the history of the building, but also just being able to see the vision that Gary has moving forward for this particular expansion.
Yeah, don't call it a comeback. They've been there for years.
They've been here for years.
15 years to be exact. And they're just moving just a stone's throw away into a new location. Now, you went inside. Can we see that video of inside this establishment?
Yes, absolutely.
So it has significance, particularly in Savannah during the Jim Crow South.
Yes. So this was a gas station, the Gulf gas station back in 1947. The significance of it being that it actually had 3 bathrooms in it. So it was one for male, female, and then colored. So the colored restroom is now going to become a walk-up window for patrons to actually come in and to get their items just on the spot. And that expansion is just something so lovely. I love the fact that Gary's also hoping to preserve this area. So he wants to try to keep the original towels or something that kind of brings some kind of just remembrance of what happened during that time.
And there was a definite need for this expansion because if you're a fan like we are, 520 Wings, you know the line got long, the wait was longer because there was so much demand. There still is so much demand for the food there, but this expansion helps alleviate a lot of that.
Absolutely, and then with that being said, of course, the parking has always been a situation. So now the parking is also
I like that
expanding.
situation.
It's expanding as well. It's something that Gary promises to his new patrons is basically accessibility. So you won't see anything different from this new menu. Maybe a few items. We're actually going to talk about that, but for the most part, everything that you know and love about 520 Wings will remain the same in this expansion as well.
Okay, so that includes increased parking, walk-up service window, and you mentioned the thoughtfulness in preserving the history behind the building. Let's talk about the space. It will accommodate more people. It won't be just like 4 or 5 people who are able to sit down. A little bit more.
It'll be about 20.
Okay.
So that 20 does include the dining area as well as the counter seating that they're also expanding. So wait, there may be a little bar there. So if you remember the tavern in the infamous Wakanda rum punch, it might be making a comeback for you.
Okay, so we're talking about additions. Before we get to the food, brunch.
Yes.
A pilot program for the brunch just to see if it works out.
Yes. So test kitchen coming up soon. They'll see if patrons actually go with the brunch demand because, again, the tavern was very popular for this. So the brunch service will be offered from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the weekends. Okay, now let's take a look at that beautiful food. Now, these photos are compliments of 520 Wings. And I said lemon pepper is my favorite, but actually these crab fries. Right?
What?
It's something about the extra butter, and it's like you're not really supposed to have this all the time, but you want it all the time. And of course, it has that lump crab in it for you, and the little bit of Parmesan cheese. It's just really like a little seafood medley amongst a dash of fries.
I love it. I love it. Okay, and the Low Country Wings now, they have a new flavor.
So this right here actually is the shrimp po' boy. So the shrimp po' boy is one of the classic favorites that they also have, and that will be expanding into the tavern.
Okay, so I'm going to wait on the pictures before I mention what we're seeing. Okay, so nachos.
So this is the dirty chicken nachos.
Stop it.
Now, this was popular in the tavern is actually going to be brought into the new expansion as well, not the old one. So you will see this in the new expansion for that dirty nacho wings.
So these are
usual
nachos,
yes.
right? Usual nachos. They're different. Okay. Now, Jeffrey tells me we're going to see the wings next.
These are the wings. So,
these are the pretty wings Maxwell talked about.
That is what Maxwell was talking about. I don't know if y'all remember that, but that's exactly what he was talking about was these wings. So we actually had the pleasure. They introduced 3 new flavors, and the one that we were able to try was the Low Country Boil wings, which are featured here. So the Low Country Boil wings are just like a simple homage to Savannah, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It's got the Old Bay seasoning. Maybe it's more of a Baltimore thing too, since the Old Bay. But definitely a good wing. And my pro tip is, I came back and ordered again. I asked them to put the butter that they put on the crab fries on the wings.
And that was it.
That was the game changer.
So we're running out of time, but we do want to mention the Wakanda Punch.
Yes. So the Wakanda Punch, again, was a staple at the tavern, and you will see that again for brunch during that time when the expansion does happen.
And coming soon, homemade cinnamon rolls.
Yes. Now, we don't have a picture of that quite yet, but it will be coming for the brunch menu. Apparently, it's going to be like just a typical bakery style cinnamon roll. It will be homemade, so that will be an opportunity for like a sweet little treat, but also an added component for the brunch.
Okay, we have to wrap, but in the meantime, 520 is still open.
520 is still open. Please go visit if you would like some wings in the city.
All right, and you can find the link to Martina's blog, A Dash of That, A Dash of History, and any of our previous interviews on our website at wsav.com/Martina. Coming up after the break, a look at weekend happenings. Somebody bring me some wings, please. You're watching WSAV News 3 today at 11. We'll be right back.